everyone, it's Tammy and I am getting ready to do a tutorial for you guys of this cute little card pouch. I don't know what else to call it. It's almost like a card purse. I know I'd made a card purse earlier this year, but this one is really cute and it just has a little bow tie so you can untie it. And I didn't get any ribbon for the one that we're going to be doing. I seem to be good at that, don't I? I'll have to get some ribbon. And then inside it holds 4 mini cards, and these are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 cards. And then I decorated the envelope with just a little stamp. And I just think they're adorable. I love how this kind of, well, it doesn't kind of, this matches the outside, and then I love the plaid. And I also love that it was so quick and easy. I didn't have to do any decorating because the paper that I used was already decorated. So, and I'm just going to tie that in a bow around here. Maybe I'll do that in a, I don't know, I'll show you guys. Okay, so what you need is one 12 by 12 sheet of printed paper. You can use plain paper, it doesn't matter. But if you use printed paper and you like the pattern, you might not have to decorate the front. If I had used just printed paper, like just this wooden print, and it didn't have this on top, I would probably still go ahead and decorate the front in some way. But with this little border up here, it just seemed to work out perfectly with the other one. So I'm going to assume that this one I will like the same way. So the first thing you need to do is cut this 12 by 12. Oh, well, let me cut this little thing off so that it'll fit better. Okay, you're going to cut the 12 by 12 at 5 inches. So it's going to be a 5 by 12 piece of paper that you need. And again, I'm cutting it this way because it's going to fold this way. So this is going to be like the front of the card, that half, the front of the holder. And we are going to make the matching cards to go along with this one because this is so easy, you're not going to believe it. So that is it with this. You can be done with all of this if you want to be. And you could pick something different to go on the inside. But I probably make it more confusing saying things like that. I just want to give you guys options. So let's go, that's going to be the actual pouch. And then we're going to make the little holders for the inside, the ones that actually hold the cards. So what I'm going to do for that is cut this, and I'm trying to figure out if I think I do want this on it. So I need 2 pieces that are 2 3/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. So I need to make this 2 3/4 inches. I'm thinking, sorry, or do I do 2 3/4 inches? This way. Oh, let me remember. I need it to be longer, so it would be here and here, but I want it to be here and here. So if I cut it at I'm sorry guys, I have done this before, I promise. So this is about 7 inches. So that is I cut it at 5 3/4 inches here. That's it, that's it. Okay, so 5 3/4 inches. Whew. And I'll have this left over to do other things with, and I'll show you what I did with it on the other card in a second. But first I want to go ahead and cut this at 2 3/4 inches. So 2 3/4 and 2 3/4. So this is everything you need. These 3 pieces is everything you need to make the pouch. And we will also need some paper and envelopes to make the paper and envelopes. But what I did with the leftover of the 12 by 12 sheet of this with my last card was that I took it and I used it for the flap of the envelope. So you can do that too if you'd like, Or this time I'm going to do something a little different. I was playing a little bit before I started just so I could make sure that I showed you guys correctly. So I will do that in a minute. So I'm going to keep all of this just in case I want it for something, and I think I know what I want it for, but I'm not going to do it quite yet. I'm putting it over there. Okay, so now let's score these things and make the pouch. So I'm going to score this sheet. Let me do it this way. At 5.5 and 6.5. So I'm scoring it at, whoop, I was going to cut it 5.5, and then I'm moving this just an inch and scoring it again, so it's scored at 6.5. So there we go, that is that. And then this one I need to score on one long side and both of the short sides at 1/4 of an inch. And 1/2 inch. And 1/4 inch on each of the small sides. And then 1/2 inch at each of the small sides. Quarter, half. And quarter, and half, and quarter, and half, and then last time 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. So let's go ahead and make this, and then I will show you the cards that go inside. So you're going to want to fold where you have scored and crisp up those edges with your bone folder. Can you see it already? It's so quick and easy. This is going to be something that you guys are going to make multiples of, I have a feeling. Now you want to cut off, this makes a little square at the bottom, and it's 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch, but you want the whole 1/2 inch square cut off at the bottom. And if you guys remember, what I like to do is cut a little bit of an angle instead of straight. That makes it fold really nicely. So I just cut like just a little bit of a V instead of a straight cut for any kind of folding box things that I make. And then you can score and crisp all of these edges. Oops, I kind of missed that one, but that's all right. Crafting in real life. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Sometimes even what I like to do when it's like this, I'll even do a little bit of a V here, so that way I'm ensured that I don't see the white underneath this. It's really not a big deal, but I will do it occasionally just to make sure that it looks as nice as I can make it. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Cut this off, cut this off, cut this off, cut this off, and then I'm just going to trim just a slither off of each one of these sides, just like that. And now I need to score these. And you get to choose if you want glue, or if you want tacky tape, or if you want whatever kind of adhesive you want. I would make it kind of a strong adhesive. And I think I'm going to use glue. I love my art glitter glue. And one more thing, you want to put a handle here. If you want to make it a round handle, you can. If you want to make it rectangle or whatever, you can. And I'm also going to round the edges. And I'm just going to round the two top edges. And with this crocodile, I can do both of these pages at once. So there we go. And then I also want to then punch the middle, and I'm going to use this label punch. And I always use my punches upside down so that I can see where I'm punching. And I want to go about right there and in the middle. There we go. Now it's time to glue. So I'm just going to take glue and run it against all of those edges, and then this is going to go at the bottom of the card, of the pouch, like that. Easy as pie. This really is one of the easiest little card holders. Now the thing is, though, that it doesn't hold a regular standard size card. It holds a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 card. So you are going to have to accommodate that. So I'm just putting this down. And then I'll do the same thing with this side. I don't know if you guys can hear it raining outside. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head and didn't wake up the next morning. And then this one goes right here. And one thing I really like about this card, or about this pouch, and the way to do this with this decorative sheet, is that now these are decorated too. And you don't have to worry about any decorations, really. It's really kind of a fast, easy process. And I am going to actually give this and the one I just made to a couple of gals at work. So I am making presents as I'm teaching you how to do it. So there we go. Isn't that cute? It's just a cute little tote. Okay, now it's pretty just like this, but it's useless without anything in it. So let's go ahead and make some cards. And I have these pre-made holiday plaid cards, which I think are awesome with this kind of a theme. And I love plaid. And so when I did the envelopes the last time with the, well, let me just show you. When I did these and I used the leftover, I don't know, it's pretty flimsy. And I thought, you know what, it would be kind of neat if it had a plaid one. But I don't know, now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of not knowing if I'd want to have plaid on plaid with a different plaid. Maybe this is a better idea. I think I do like that idea better. Well, scratch the whole card idea that I was doing. It doesn't matter. Let me just show you what to do. So you get out your leftovers from the last time. And we're going to cut this down so that these are, oh, what do I need these to be? I have it online. I'm looking. 4 5/16. So 4 and, let me do it this way. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just the notch past the 4 1/4 mark. Oops, that's my score. and you cut it there. And then you want each one of these to be 2 inches, and I'm going to do 4 cards in it, so I need 2 inches 4 times. So let's see, 1, 2, it's a little bit more than 2. You might even just leave it, but I'll just cut it just to 3, and then I need 1 more. So let me cut this one at 4 5/16. And then 2 inches. And now all of these need to be scored at 1/2 inch. One, 2, 3, and 4. Now I have a decorative punch as well as my corner rounder. I was just kind of playing the last time I did it, and I did some with decorative edges, and that's kind of cute that way, so I think I might do the same with that one. I did 2 with rounded and 2 with decorative, so I'm just going to stick with that pattern and round 2 of them. My thing is getting full, isn't it? 1, 2, and empty that out. And then I'm going to do 2 of them with this decorative punch. And you want it to be on the, and I didn't say this, sorry, you want it to be on the part that isn't, not the 1/2 inch part, but the 1 1/2 inch part. And I don't know if you guys know how to use these punches. They can be a little tricky. I'm just going to rip that off. Is that straight? I guess. What you do is I start in the middle and I just punch. And then you move it over, and you can see here, you can see it, and you line it up with what you see on the grid. And if that lines up, then it's ready to punch again. And so then you have to move it to the other side and do the same thing. I know when I first got these, I didn't know that. And I would try to line it up on the back side, and it was so difficult to try to figure out where it was. This is so much easier. It's not always perfect for me, or I don't always hit it perfectly for whatever reason. Probably because I am not perfect, but it still works. And I don't think anybody notices on a galloping horse. So then I have 4 of those, and those are ready to go. So I'm just going to assemble everything first, and then cut everything, and then we'll assemble. And then, so I need 4 cards. So I'm just going to pick out 4 of these at random, and I want the envelopes too. So there's a card and an envelope. And let's see, I'm going to pick the ones that I have the most of. Here's a card and an envelope. Here's a card and an envelope. And one last one, a card and an envelope. So these are pre-made cards that I love to use, but I don't use them enough, but I buy them because I love them. They're so pretty, and they're already made, and they have envelopes with them. They're $10, but you can get them for $5 at Hobby Lobby. They often will have them on sale. So pick these up, guys, when you can. They have a million different designs. This one actually happens to be a holiday one that they had at Christmas time, so they probably still have it. And you can just get it, and it's wonderful. You could, I mean, how easy. It makes card making sometimes, especially if you have a lot to do, like these. I mean, these are ones that I need to make for Christmas presents, and I want to get them out. So this is quick and easy, and it's already, you know, December, and here I am making these. And it's easy. I can do it and show you guys and not have to stress over it. So I want the envelopes to be 4 5/16 as well. So I'm going to cut, I open it up just because it makes it less thick when I'm cutting, and then I'm going to hit the 5/16 mark, and I'm going to cut each one of these at 4 5/16. And remember, that's just a notch past the 4 1/4. Four and 5/16. And 4 5/16. And you can mail these cards that we're making. They will mail just fine. Just put a stamp on them. So there's all of those. Those are ready to do an assembly with. I'm just going to put them over here for a second, and I'm going to take a drink of my water. And then, oh, my cards. I'm like, what else do I need? I need cards, and I want these to be 4 1/4, so I'm just going to go in at 4 1/4 and trim those off. And unfortunately, I haven't really come up with anything to do with these. It would be kind of cute to make that into the, oh, maybe next time you could make this into the envelope topper. It wouldn't be 2 inches, so you'd have to be very, very careful on how you folded it down, but you could make the envelope totally match the card inside if you wanted to do that. 4 1/4 for the cards. I'm going to save these just for a minute until I'm done with the project, and then if I decide I can use them for something, I will. I think I'm done with my cutter and my scorer. I think I'm, well, maybe not. Last time I did some of the envelopes with this, but I don't know that I want to this time. I think I'm just going to round the edges. But I do want to put a little something something on each one of these, and so I thought if I did a scalloped and then a circle, it'll be really cute. So let me get, and here's these, let me get some white paper, and I'm just going to punch out 4 circles with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm just going to do one more just for good measure in case I mess up with stamping something. And then I need 4 scallops, and I think I'm going to use just one solid color. Maybe I'll use red. I have some scrap red right over here. I'm just not sure about red with this one, but red with all the other ones would be cute, and maybe green with that one. So maybe I'll do 2 red and 2 green. Then I just tear it off so that I know that this is scrap. So 2 reds, and then I need to get 2 greens. Let's see if I have any scrap green first. Light green, I don't want that. But I could use this green here. Okay, and then, so I have those 4 ready, those ready, these ready, these ready, and I am going to round the edges on this card. At least the bottom edges. Yeah, I think that's cute. All right, and then what you're going to want to do, oh, I still need that circle punch. Whoops. You still need your circle, just the plain circle one. I'm going to seal these envelopes. So we're doing everything kind of step by step, assembly line fashion. They all went through the liquor. I used to have a doormat for the back door and it said, "My dog can't control its liquor." L-I-C-K-E-R. I thought that was funny. You just want to put a notch in each one of these envelopes, and you want to do it toward the where you sealed the envelope, and just about halfway down. And this isn't a have to, it's just makes it look a little bit nicer maybe. Okay, so your envelopes are ready, they're sealed. I'm going to go ahead now and put on the flap. So I'm just going to fold this. I'm not going to score it yet. I'm going to score it after I get it hooked on or glued onto the envelope. So let me just go ahead and put glue on the back of this. Oops. And then I will meet it up with the envelope and then fold it over, and that's when I'll score it. That's cute. So there's one envelope. Fold it, glue it, connect it, crisp it, fold it, glue it, connect it, crisp it, fold it. I do this when I'm by myself too, just so you guys know. And I know I'm by myself right now. That sounded funny. I do know that you guys aren't really here, although I wish you were, and I feel like you are. Fold it, glue it, connect it, crisp it. But I will often talk to myself and do things like that, mostly in my head, but sometimes I do it out loud, just, I don't know why. And while I have the glue out, I think I'm just going to go ahead and glue these down. Let's do, I know I want glue on the, I want green on the red one for sure, so let's start with that one. Green on the red one, and I want red on the green one. Oops. And then I think I want to do green on this one and red on that one. Now you just need to pick out a stamp that you like, and you can do the same stamp for all of them or whatever you want to do. I actually happen to have this that I got from AliExpress, I think last year, and I really like it. It has lots of different cute images, And so what I'm going to do is use 4 different ones, one on each card, and then I'm going to make a matching envelope for each one just by stamping that on the envelope too. So I'm getting out my stamper. And I'm going to just use my archival ink. And I'm going to do this chubby Christmas tree in the Tranquil Tide, which is the green color. So I'm going to do the chubby Christmas tree on one of these. And I'm going to do it on one of these. And that's the only one that I've colored. Or that I use colored ink. Put that back. I'm done with this. And then I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to use this little log cabin. Stamp that on the envelope like that, and then stamp it on one of these circles like that. Clean that off. Then let's use this deer. I tried to use this moose and it does not stamp well, so I've been debating on whether or not I should just throw it away. But the problem with that is that I don't want to throw it away. I'm so weird when it comes to stuff like that. And then I will use my deer. And then finally I will use the bunny rabbit. So they're all outdoorsy kind of creatures. Fun and cute. My bunny. And my bunny. Let me show you that deer or that moose just because I liked him. And I wanted to use him the last time because I think he would go really good with some of that bold plaid, the tartan. But look at this. I mean, I don't know what that is. I don't know why it has that thing sticking out there. I mean, I guess it's not horrible. You can kind of tell what it is, but I don't know. It doesn't look like I expected it to look. So that's why I'm not throwing them away. So then I didn't color the envelopes the last time. I just left the envelopes plain because I think that they're fine like that. But I do want to color the card part. So I just bring it over my trusty Tombos. Gonna put these away. Okay, then I will actually put them away, but right now I'll put them right there, and let's go ahead and color these. So that one's done. Let's color the deer. Alrighty, and then, oh, I'm going to use that same color for the log cabin, so I may as well just go ahead and color him in. Hi, Tasman. then I'm going to use red, and I'm going to color his little nose red, and then I'm going to color this door red. And the chimney topper, I guess. And black. I can color his little hoof black and his little nose black. I'll give him a white cottontail. I think I'll color him gray. And then I'm going to use a little lighter brown and color this part of the deer and his little dots. And then I think I'll make them their light coming out of the window of the cabin. And finally the snow. I think I'll do that with this light blue, and I will just kind of do that. And then I think I'll take my Wink of Stella and I'll put that where the snow is, so it's all sparkly. And I think I'll put some on the ground here, even though that's probably grass, but I don't care. And let's go ahead and make the tree sparkly. All right. That's that. I'm going to put just my snail adhesive on the back of each one of these, and then I can see which ones I want with what. So, oh, I guess it doesn't matter which envelopes because I did them all the same this time. So this red guy, do I want a red guy or do I want a green guy? I think I want a green guy, so I'm going to put a green guy here. And so that means that he goes with that. And then this is a red guy. I think I'll put this guy there. Or a green guy. This is a red guy. I'll put this one here. And then this one is green, and he gets the red door. So then here we go. I'm going to put them together, I think like this. I don't know, or I guess I could do like this. And then you know what I didn't do with the last one, but I'm going to do with this one before I do that? I am going to take this, and that way they have something to close the envelope with. And you know what, I might just put this on each side because I'm not sure if it would close with that, with this. It might, I don't want it to get stuck on the card. I should have one more envelope. Oh yeah, it's with this one, dingbat. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, so let's put these together again. The tree, the deer, the log cabin, and the bunny. So just so you know, my thinking pattern for this was that these envelopes, this one has the scalloped edge, this one has, oh, I'm not doing it toward the envelope, I'm doing it toward the actual card, sorry. So this one has green, this one has red, so I want a green and red on each side. So I want a green and red on each side, and this plaid pattern and this plaid pattern are similar, and this plaid pattern and this one are similar, so then they get one of each of the plaid patterns on each side as well. That's how I was thinking it when I was doing it, just so you know my thinking process. And then we're taking the pouch that we made, and we will put these in here sideways so that you can still see the pretty, just like that. And then it closes, and we will put a little ribbon on it, and we are done. Isn't that awesome? So let me get a ribbon real quick, and I will show you what that looks like. And I think I'll use a red ribbon. And I have some right here. I don't know if you guys can hear the storm, but it's thundering. And there we go, finished product. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys try this, and I hope you enjoy it. And it's a perfect last minute kind of a simple Christmas present or gift to anyone. You can make it for birthday or whatever. So thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.